So there's a few brand new gaming news stories that just dropped today that I really want to share with you all, starting with the fact that Mario Kart Live Home Circuit now has a major update that has gone live. And if you're someone who may want to pick this up while it's on discount over the Black Friday sale window, I do want to share with you what this update entails because it's a pretty substantial one. Then we also have to talk about the fact that Warner Brothers Studios has officially revealed Multiverses, which will have some very interesting characters going head to head in battle. And I also want to have a discussion around what platforms we may ultimately see this end up on, as the Switch is not currently in the mix. Then the big talking point for today's video is the reason why you are probably seeing a lot of Zelda 35th anniversary talk online today, and I want to unpack where these rumors and leaks are stemming from, suggesting that we will actually see something Zelda 35th anniversary related at the Game Awards 2021. What's up, nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now, as I mentioned, guys, we're going through a few different stories today, and I want to kick it off with the big update that just dropped out of left field for Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, and this one caught my eye because I personally did not pick up this game when it was originally released last year. I think it was around the holiday window last year when it actually came out as part of Mario's 35th anniversary celebration. And by the way, we will be talking about another 35th anniversary celebration in this video later on. But this game at this price point now, with what we're going to see it go on sale for this Black Friday sale, it's going to be on sale for 60 bucks. This was originally $100, so you're almost talking half off there. And I think I will end up picking this up this time around, especially with all the new content and new gameplay modes that will be added in. And that's where I want to start off this conversation, by hopping over to VGC and quickly reading through the list of new upgrades that we can expect to hit Mario Kart Live Home Circuit as of today. Mario Kart Live gets a big new update, adding split screen and relay racing. Version 2.0 also adds a new Luigi Cup and a split screen option. Nintendo has added a major update to Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, adding new content and extra multiplayer modes. The new update, which brings the game to version 2.0, adds split screen multiplayer mode. This allows players to use a single Nintendo Switch to control two carts, whereas before each cart needed to connect to a separate Switch. It also adds relay race mode, where 2 to 4 players can play cooperatively. In relay race, players use a single cart and take part in an 8-lap race, which controls swapping over to different players at set times during the race. As well as the new multiplayer options, version 2.0 also adds a new cup called Luigi Cup, which also comes with new unlockable course customizations. Luigi Cup also adds 3 new tracks called Windmill Meadows, Music Broadway, and King Boo's Courtyard. By placing high enough, players will unlock Luigi's Poltergeist cart. Mario Kart Live's last major update was in July, where its version 1.1.0 patch added a new Mario Cup to the Grand Prix mode with 3 new courses and a new Super Yoshi Kart. So when you look at all this additional content being added into the game, plus you have it almost half price on sale over the holiday season, I definitely think that Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is going to be a nice pickup for anybody that either wants to play it with friends or family, or maybe you have kids that I'm sure they would super love this kind of experience, and I'm sure you would get some enjoyment out of it too as a full-grown adult like I will. And you know what, while we're waiting on any kind of eventual future Mario Kart release, this maybe will scratch a little bit of that itch, as we, won't ever get Mario Kart 9 apparently, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still dominating the sales charts. But I do think, all things considered, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is looking like a very good pickup this holiday season. So please share with me your thoughts and opinions on all things Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, and if you'll be picking it up over the holiday season on this discounted price of $60. Now, the next story I want to update you all on today is one that we'd actually previously covered on the channel, and that was the fact that there was leaks and rumors online suggesting that Warner Brothers Gaming Studios were actually creating some kind of Smash Fighter style clone, and that is called Multiverses, where you would have crazy character combinations like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo versus Batman from DC, and Superman, Wonder Woman, Tom and Jerry, like all these crazy mix-ups of different characters that you would not normally expect to fight each other, that we're going to be able to go head to head in something like a Warner Brothers game. And of course, we got the official reveal today that confirms that, of course, the game is indeed real and that it will actually be releasing in 2022. And it is a free-to-play title, so you can go in and hop in and download this thing for free. I'm sure there will be all types of packages that you can upgrade and pay for, and probably additional characters locked behind those paid upgrades. But just to actually hop in and have a fun time, you can apparently just get this for free at launch day. Now, there is a very interesting decision that Warner Brothers Studios made, and that is the fact that as of right now, this game is not slated to come to the Nintendo Switch, and whether or not it will be added in later and maybe it needs additional development time to run smooth enough, it's still a very interesting thought to launch this game on all the other platforms, including PC, by the way. So your PlayStation consoles, your Xbox consoles, and also PC are all getting this game, but you do not have the ability to get it on the Nintendo Switch. And I personally think that's a very big miss, because I think that's where a lot of the audience, especially when you talk about a free-to-play game on the eShop, is sitting there for them. So whether or not we see this come over in the future, I will be keeping my eyes on. But as far as my initial impressions of the game, it does look good. The voice acting quality is definitely there. Like, they've definitely spent some money to get some original iconic actors to come back and do these voice characters. But I do think one thing that stuck out to me is the gameplay looks kind of slow right now, and I don't know if that's like all gameplay modes or maybe the one that they were just showing off, but I would hope that at some point it's going to run and look as smooth as something like Smash Bros, because when you get used to Smash Bros style speed and responsiveness, like this one did look like it was kind of clunky. And I will be curious to see if maybe they'll update it as time goes on and maybe you have some faster gameplay modes. But that was one thing that really did stick out to me. Like, it definitely doesn't look as smooth as something like a Smash Bros experience. But on the contrary, on the other side, that they do have something that I think Smash Bros or Nintendo as a whole needs to take note of, is they did go out of their way to say that not only will this be cross-play with all platforms online, which is a really cool thing that I like to see happening more and more as we're walking forward into the future of console generations, they also said they have dedicated servers out of the gate and a great netcode to minimize lag. And this is essential for fighting games, and I wish Nintendo would take it seriously with such a great title like they built up with Smash Ultimate, because, you know, the way that Nintendo does their online infrastructure, it just does not work well compared to the other consoles in terms of latency and lag, and the experience you have. Even if you have somebody who has great internet, you can still have a totally unacceptable online experience on the Switch. So I hope that that's something that Nintendo over time will update, as they clearly have a ton of revenue coming in through Nintendo Switch Online members that are paying for it. So let's hope we get that one day. But that was one big plus in my eyes for Multiverses when you talk about these kind of fighters that will be played online quite a bit. So like I said, I will be keeping my eyes on this one. I definitely hope we get it on the Switch one day, but you know what? I got a PC, I got a PS5. I will end up downloading this game for free to check it out. And I just, you know, my one gripe on the gameplay that I saw so far is I hope they speed up some of the controls and reaction times, as it just looked a little bit slow to me. But I would love to hear from you guys on all your thoughts and opinions on Multiverses, what characters you hope we see added in over time, as it does sound like this will be an ongoing project for Warner Brothers Gaming. So I want to hear from you guys on all your thoughts and opinions on all things Multiverses in the comments down below. Now, the last story I want to share with you all today is one around Zelda's 35th anniversary. And if you've been around on the channel here for a while, you will know that I was absolutely in the camp that had my hopes up high for some kind of Wind Waker or Twilight Princess HD port to be announced for the Nintendo Switch. And of course, when we got the big reveal for what Nintendo was actually planning for Zelda's 35th anniversary, and it was of course the little Game & Watch machine, a bunch of fans, including myself, were extremely let down. But there was also a lot of reason to believe that we would see additional games come over as part of the 35th anniversary. But when Eiji Aonuma clearly stated at E3 that all they had planned in terms of marketing and promotions for Zelda's 35th at that time was just simply that Game & Watch, that's where all the conflicting information kind of fell apart. And I want to deep dive this real quick and talk about where first this leak actually stems from, or the rumor, I guess you could say, stems from, and that is over from Samus Hunter on Twitter, who I will just say honestly and candidly, I don't typically cover Samus Hunter leaks and rumors. She's definitely gotten things right. I'm not discounting that, but a lot of the things I have seen her tweet out over time sometimes just really sound like speculation, and not so much that it is for sure being claimed from some inside source that she may actually have. Like, she's definitely gotten some things right that you cannot just easily throw paint at a wall and guess that that's what was going to happen. And I do think her track record is building over time, so maybe we will continue to cover her here on the channel. But the reason I want to talk about this one today is she does not typically go out there and state things just point blank that this will happen, unless if she has that kind of information that it will happen. And the tweet that she put out today specifically states that Zelda's 35th anniversary will continue at the Game Awards 2021. And so that's obviously a big statement, that if there is nothing Zelda at this event, that you can quickly say, well, she is 100% wrong on that. And you don't typically see her put her reputation on the line like that. So there may be something here, because in case you guys did forget, a lot of the reason that fans for sure thought Wind Waker and Twilight Princess were the shoe-in games were not only because they make sense to come to the Switch and they're an easy port that's essentially already done on the Wii U that Nintendo can just resell us again on the Switch to all of the larger user base. It's literally like a print money button for Nintendo. So that, like, yes, they make sense, but also we had a few credible gaming journalists go on record actually stating that they were expecting these games to come out. Firstly, Andy Robinson from VGC, who of course is a gaming journalist on that website, and we talk about VGC here on the channel all the time as they're extremely reliable. He tweeted out after the reveal of Skyward Sword HD at the February Nintendo Direct that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess would 100% come to the Switch in 2021, which of course got a lot of people talking online, as you know, he doesn't typically go out there on a limb and say things like that unless if he has some kind of inside information. Then we also had our friend Jeff Grubb hop on that train and say that he also were expecting those games to be released, but then you had the big E3 presentation and nothing happened. And not only that, we got of course the announcement that they were only doing the Game & Watch for Zelda's 35th, and Andy Robinson went back and updated his tweet saying it was a fool's game to ever predict 2021 for sure, especially with COVID and things. Obviously plans change, but that we could still expect those games to come. Then Jeff Grubb also corroborates that by saying he thinks that Nintendo will be holding back these games as kind of a buffer in case if they need additional development time for Breath of the Wild 2, which does absolutely make sense. So now the question is okay, she said Zelda's 35th anniversary. There's a lot of people who are also expecting something like a Breath of the Wild title reveal. That could definitely happen as well. I wouldn't treat that as part of Zelda's 35th anniversary, but you know, Nintendo historically does show off things like previews to upcoming Zelda games at the Game Awards, as we've seen them do that in the past with the original Breath of the Wild. So like, definitely that is in the realm of possibility. Is it just something as small as a concert, just like an acknowledgement for Zelda's 35th anniversary, but no real merchandise that we're actually going to go out there and buy? Well, that is a possibility as well, but I'm going to be hopeful here and not have my hopes set up too high. But you know, the fact that we had all of these gaming journalists reporting this, we've had multiple other leakers and insiders suggest that these games were essentially done just waiting to be sold on the Switch. It's like, okay, don't get your hopes up too high, but maybe in some miracle universe out there, we will get an announcement of at least Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD, or if we're really lucky, we get them in a combo pack. And I think the only way we get them in a combo pack is if they are actually marketed as part of the 35th anniversary, which by the way, technically does not end until February of 2022. So this could totally be in that window, but I also think it's totally likely for Nintendo to want to keep these games separate, and maybe we just get one or the other for now. But regardless of if Nintendo reveals these things or not, if we do get the announcement, I would expect them to be out relatively soon, like probably a January, February, or March, at least like first quarter 2022 title. And then of course we have that extra buffer time to be held over as Zelda fans while we are building up to a late 2022 release for the sequel of Breath of the Wild. So that's all up for debate and speculation right now. I really want to hear from you guys on all your thoughts and opinions on these leaks and rumors. Like, do you think we have any chance of getting any kind of meaningful celebration for Zelda's 35th anniversary at these Game Award events, as it is a mainstream event that's going to have a ton of eyeballs on it? Or do you think that we're definitely not getting any kind of new Zelda game announcements outside of something like a Nintendo Direct, which we can expect the next one to take place, of course, in February of next year? So I'm really open to all ideas and suggestions on this. I know it's just going to be speculation and debates right now, so that's where I want to hear from you guys on, really on all the stories we covered today, but definitely about these Zelda 35 games. If you think that they will still indeed be revealed, if you think that hopefully we can actually expect them at the Game Awards, or if you really think that maybe we're not going to get anything and Samus Hunter's completely wrong here, or if it's going to be something smaller like a concert, like some kind of acknowledgement in that form or fashion. And also, bonus question, do you think we're at least getting some kind of Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, or maybe the title reveal at this event? So I do look forward to hearing from you guys on all the different topics we talked about today, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around these topics. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I do at this point in the video want to invite you all one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on your way out if you enjoyed it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.